How I turned this cheap, flimsy chicken coop into a lasting coop that'll probably last me several years. This is how I did it. So we started the construction on the coop and we noticed how flimsy it really is. The hardware cloth, which is great that it had hardware cloth in the panels, was not really securely into the panels, so we added additional screws. The first thing I wanted to do was definitely paint the coop. So here is when the coop has actually been completely put together, and how we added additional screws to secure the hardware cloth into place. We also lifted the entire coop off the ground and added 2x4s underneath so that the panels wouldn't sit in the ground itself and rot out. I wanted to make sure that we painted the coop, so I went ahead and primered out the entire coop and then painted the exterior of the coop so that it would be more lasting throughout the weather. Here it is painted, and I also painted the 2x4s that were underneath. And we began construction on the additional chicken run that's actually attached to the coop itself. So my husband went ahead and did all the construction for the additional run. And we used cattle panels, which is pretty strong. I use it in my garden every year. And we attached it. This is where we're attaching it to the coop actually. And you'll see the end result soon. We built the coop within an electrical fencing, which I've actually had up for the last 5 years because of my garden. And we've got bears, mountain lions, coyotes, possums, raccoons, you name it, we've got it up here in the woods. So we definitely wanted to make sure that this coop was secure. We wrapped the entire coop itself with an additional layer of hardware cloth. That's to make sure that nothing got in. And we really wanted to make sure we locked down that little open door on the bottom as well, making sure that nothing can get in. And changed all of these locks with these upgraded locks. I dug around the outside of the coop and we added hardware cloth by using the large nail-in staples. So we basically nailed the staples into the wood and secured it down. I wanted to make sure that the extended run was completely covered. So we went ahead and did a metal roofing on that. And that's going to help in the winter months. And also I added a chicken garden, an extension to my garden, just growing for my chickens. So here's the extended chicken garden where I'm growing black oil sunflower seed and pumpkin for my chicken. And this will cut down on feed costs, as well as sharing some of my garden, some tomatoes and stuff with my chickens as well, which I have an abundance of because I go overboard on my garden every year. Coop itself had these funky nesting boxes, which no, we're not working with those. So I took those little flimsy things out and ordered the rolling nesting box. I do, however, love this panel that pulls out for easy cleaning. So the rolling nesting boxes are great. I actually ended up with more space. So we fit this board in here for easy cleaning. And the rolling nesting boxes, the eggs roll out and the entire thing pulls out as well. We used the actual roosting bars that came with this coop, and we took those and built high roosting bars, which my chickens absolutely love and gravitate to immediately as soon as we built this. It's great. All the poop drops down and I am able to pull that out and clean it. And the way we built this is the actual roosting bars lock those in, so if a predator were to somehow get past my electrical fencing and try to pull those out, it wouldn't be able to because they're actually locked into place. So with this, they have a little extra room to roam around, and I noticed that they just use that extra room to actually find a roosting spot at night because we have a camera set up in there. I actually added this little hardware cloth in front of it and we locked it into place by putting additional screw on there. So that is removable. I can just remove that and put it back on at night so they don't go in there to sleep. But I can remove it in the day and then they can go in there and lay their eggs, which is absolutely fantastic. We actually added the board on the back of there so we can install that and raise it up a little bit so that the entire bottom part actually pulls out completely for easy cleaning. And I literally have been cleaning my coop every single day, and it's been fantastic, I have to tell you. So it added a timer with a light, and the light would turn on at a certain time at dusk and shut off in an hour, which gives the birds enough time to find a nice place to roost. And we also have a blink camera installed so we can keep an eye on them. And there it is. We ordered the sand from the gravel and sand company, and they delivered it, dumped it on our property, and we were able to bucket it all the way down into the run, which was great. So the entire run is sand and easy cleaning. You can check out my other video that I did that specifically tells you all the detail about how I ordered the sand and whatnot. And I absolutely love the sand. I've been cleaning my coop run every morning before I let my girls out. I use this, which has a 1/2 inch hardware cloth. It just catches the poop on there, and it's just fantastic. I love it. It's so easy. I would have never dreamed in a million years having chickens would be as easy as it has been so far. And now it's time to say hello to my girls. Good morning, girls. I'd love your support on my channel, so please hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to see more, subscribe.